Last time on Lawful Stupid. There are 7 of us. There's 6 roles to fill.
I learned cartography a little bit.
Congratulations, you're the quartermaster.
You've made me the captain, but I would much rather just assist whoever's in that role.
I mean, Tap will do it. And Tap kind of looks up like...
No, I'm sure he could be better served doing other tasks on the ship.
And he kind of deflates.
I can do it, it's fine. Oslo, your official lookout. Who's our 7th member?
Rail! Hi.
What do you do on this boat?
Keep it going, mostly. We don't have a very big crew, and I'm gonna fill in some of the gaps with ghosts.
Admiral Tap, you're the cook. Barnabas, you're the bosun.
Artemis Dick!
He is going to mutiny.
Nobody wants to be the fucking cook. Say the word, Captain.
Excellent. To stations! Set sail!
And so you guys begin to slowly make your way.
Lord Iono, hear your servants. Remember your children. I will repeat these names every day until I forgive myself.
Hey! Hey, hail! There's a ship over there. That way.
Alright, so you guys see on the distance, we've got Oslo and Finnegan up in the crow's nest where you see a ship in the setting sun, in the golden reflection on the waves. You see an unidentified vessel.
Do we know who that is? Like, yelling down from the crow's nest.
I look up and I've got like just a bunch of fucking shit in front of me, like metal and stuff that I've been working on. No, we don't know who anybody is.
Well, perhaps. Which direction is it? I don't quite... Where?
Which direction is it?
Sunsets in the west.
Yes, on the ship, which direction is it?
Starboard.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. And it's on the starboard side. Off towards the sun.
Would it be fair to assume that I have acquired a spyglass, or could acquire one rapidly?
You know what? There was one in the crow's nest.
Tragic.
I do not know what has happened to it. You tell me.
Oh, it is absolutely in the pile of trinkets.
Okay. Then I guess can I make a perception check without the aid of my spyglass to see if I
You could also, call out, Spyglass! And maybe one will drop down from the crow's nest.
I know how much those things cost. I don't want to drop down from this spot.
Okay, fair enough. Then yes, you can make a perception check.
Okay.
In the sunset, a great distance away, we'll say with disadvantage. I'm just kidding. Nope.
It's a 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is so hard to... there's definitely... You see that there's a ship here, but any sort of identifying characteristics are just lost on you.
My weak human eyes can't see the ship.
Your weak human eyes.
I want to call it down and say, do we want to avoid it?
Well, I don't think hitting is a good idea.
What does it look like? Is it flying colors you recognize? Black flags? These are all good things to know.
And I will roll a perception for that, I suppose.
Can we even
do it with disadvantage?
Yeah, can we even see that at this distance?
Yeah, it's a 12.
No, the 12 you're not. I cannot stress this enough. You absolutely have a spyglass in the crow's nest.
All right.
You absolutely.
Oslo knows where it is, so she's gonna go grab it.
Okay.
Now that she's got her little tiny dragon horn.
You can make a straight check.
What does that mean?
With not advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, okay, got you. I was like, I'm not adding anything to it.
For using the spyglass, but because it is directly in the bright light, and you kind of have to use the spyglass in conjunction with your goggles. So I'm going to say that's just a regular.
That's fine. That's a dirty 20 again.
Yeah, you can make out the ship, and you can make out the symbol of the Scalian Alliance, which is 3 pillars 3 white pillars on a red background.
I think we want to avoid these guys. It's the Alliance.
Yes, hard away.
Can I look at the way the water is? Is there any way for me to discern taking a certain path would lead us away quicker? into the wind or into a certain
so
direction
one
with
thing
the water?
that you can not necessarily the water, but yes, the wind. You can definitely tell which direction the wind is blowing, and you could steer your ship into the wind, which would take you off course from your objective, but would probably outpace the ship, especially because you do have a very quick ship. Barnabas is going to take a moment, and he's going to put a hand on your shoulder, Delmore, and he's going to say, "Orders, Captain."
Away! Move away from the ship! Head opposite direction from that!
And I'll kind of yell down, sail to, and which way is the wind blowing?
The wind is going to be currently blowing to the, the wind's kind of currently blowing to the east. So you guys were heading in this direction towards the sunset to the west, but you would go completely off course. You'd be going the direct opposite way that you want to go.
Okay, well, Captain said, and I'm yelling that to point the opposite direction so that everyone is aware of which way to turn, make the ship go that way, where the wind is.
I assume Delmore is currently so the quartermaster is usually the guy who steers the ship, right? The captain will take over those duties if you're indisposed. You're currently in the crow's nest, so I'm assuming Delmore.
No, I got this. Yeah.
I'm immediately running to set sail to the opposite direction. Reset the mainstay, all that.
Say, make a water vehicle check. You are not proficient.
What's the modifier? Is there a modifier?
It's intelligence modifier.
17.
Yeah. So you begin to set things in motion. With the help of Barnabas, you're calling out commands to the ship. You notice that as you call commands, there's very little response just from the sparse crew you have, and then the spectral forms that do occupy your ship are kind of just acting immediately as you call, and you're moving the ship to the east. It's not long if you guys stay on this course where you will outpace them.
Okay.
That's the last kind of ship we need to run into right now.
Do I know, based on how far we've gone out, if we continue for how long this will put us off course? A day?
So basically what's happening is there was an island that you were trying to skirt around the west-hand side of to be the most quickest route. Now that you've gone east, you're going to have to kind of go the long way about. It's going to add probably about 3 days to your turtle journey.
So I'll slide down the crow's nest and go talk to Delmore. Captain, it seems that this new path will take us about 3 days past our expected arrival time. I don't know if rations are a problem.
Not getting there, no. On the way back, it could be an issue. Whatever island we're on, we're going to need to get some supplies. Some fruit, meat, something. The biggest problem is making sure the Phoenix, doesn't blow up prior to getting him back to the proprietor. Do you have any ideas of how we can make this boat go faster? Or save some time?
And so, not being unfamiliar with this position, he'll stop, and he's often not a man who just says things on a whim. And so he'll kind of look up out to the water. I'm going to scan around. Do I see, is there any land at all? Because you mentioned an island. Is there anything that probably past that? Is there anything else in the horizon at all?
Not necessarily, right? So nothing that would assist you in getting anywhere quicker. I mean, you've got the map there. You kind of
say, what about my map? Yeah, does it have?
You know kind of the routes that you're going to be able to take, and just by the very nature of this detour, that's where you're at, right? The way to shave 3 days off your journey was to go westwards and went east. So it's just a little bit longer that way.
Can I tell if the wind is pushing the boat at full speed?
I mean, as much as you're able to catch the wind and stay on course, right? So you're a slave to merchant winds, right? So if they are not going the direction that you need to go, you kind of have some issues, right? Where you're not going to have max speed, but that's not really... Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, it is, but I'm just sitting here thinking Rail mentioned wind magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go talk to Rail.
Okay.
Company.
No, you absolutely will not. No, hey, I'm gonna go talk to Rail. Please, Quartermaster, stay near the steering wheel. Keep us on track.
You want me to drive?
Just 10 and 2, friend.
That is your predominant function as the quartermaster, is you will 9 times out of 10 be at the helm.
He's looking, he goes, I don't want this role anymore. I don't want to be at the steering wheel.
No, that's good. I'll take it. I thought it was just to navigate. Somebody else is driving. Like I'm just the TC.
No, you're going to be the one. You're going to be the one driving. You're going to be the one steering. Not that it's a super full-time job where you have to have hands on the wheel at all times. Anybody can hold steady, but that's where you're going to be navigating. That's where you're going to be kind of plotting the chart. It is the captain's. When we say proficiency in water vehicles, we're not talking about like proficiency in a land vehicle where you're the one with the reins in your hand. We're talking about the actual making the ship go, commanding, all the nitty gritty that goes with that is where that role kind of comes into play.
Gotcha. Say aye, Captain.
Yeah, so I want to go find Rail.
Captain.
Rail, when we first started this journey, you mentioned your ability to use wind magic.
Yeah.
How far does that go? A gust? A mighty wind?
I can speed or slow a ship.
What about ours?
Yeah.
Well, we lost 3 days avoiding that Alliance ship. Do you think you can help us catch up? I mean, not all at once, of course, but think you would be able to use your magic to help make up some of that time?
It's kind of counterproductive. Keeping the crew actively engaged kind of takes up most of my concentration.
Okay.
I could worry about the wind, but then we'd lose crew, and it would kind of do more harm than good.
Well, it was worth asking.
If we had a crew, I could then focus on that. But right now, this is kind of where I'm.
That makes sense. All right. Well, keep doing what you're doing then.
I can.
And then I'm going to return back to the helm. I assume we just follow the charted course, and lose some of that time.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the price that you pay for avoiding the ship. You guys are not criminals. You guys are not in trouble necessarily. You guys had that choice to have just sailed along course and see what happens, but you guys chose a path of caution, which is just going to add time. It's just a choice that you made, and it's just the way it is.
As Delmore comes back to the helm, I'll say, Captain, that boat, was it... Is there any reason why we left in such a hurry?
Finn, what do you know about the Alliance?
I don't think I've ever heard of them. Maybe from a couple who have come to our island, but just heard the name.
The Scalian Alliance is somewhat of a superpower in our world, and it's very much a you or them kind of situation, and if you're not them, there may not be much of you left, whether that's death or indenturement or whatever they decide, and sometimes it's just sheer their ability to rule you through commerce, and
they're a bunch of greedy assholes.
I look back up to the roost.
Yeah, she's absolutely just like staring over, just watching you with the goggles.
They have a lot of power and they're not afraid to show it, friend.
Yeah, it's best to avoid them when you can, especially when there's not a lot of witnesses. Just never a bad thing to avoid them.
So you've all had interactions with the Alliance?
You haven't?
I have not.
It sounds like he's never
Where I
left
come
an
from,
island.
I have not. You are correct.
So count yourself lucky.
Things.
It seems there's much you have to learn, but anyone who has that much power is bound to abuse it at some point, and you just have to be careful of which side of that you're on.
That I can understand.
And as far as I can tell, we want to avoid either side of that at the moment, as per our captain's instructions.
Okay, I suppose I go back up to watch.
If we have a lookout, then there are other things you could be doing with your time, yeah?
I'm studying the weather patterns.
I kind of shrug.
Unless there's something you would have me to do.
Enhance our map, make sure we stay on course, things like that. But if you think
Bear in mind, this is
analyzing-
still during the time where you're being taught by Barnabas. So, like, you are going to be at the helm for most of this. This is still the same month that you rolled for to get that navigator's tool proficiency. So, like, a lot of times you're, like, working with Barnabas to learn how to use that kind of stuff.
fair enough, then forward.
So I would say that Delmore and Finnegan are going to be a lot of the time at the helm.
Yeah,
Barnabas.
absolutely.
Anything anybody else needs to do? in the
I
downtime?
would love to talk to Rail.
Yeah, by all means.
Where do I find him usually?
At the bow of the ship.
I'm
Just
going
like
to.
sacrificing animals to do this over again.
What you guys will know undoubtedly is that while the crew is active, this spectral crew, both hands are firmly planted on the bow of the ship,
Okay.
and that whenever they disappear, his hands are not on the bow of the ship.
Okay.
But he seems to need to be anchored there.
Can I wait for a time when the crew is not out? When he's not
Sure, yeah.
doing? Okay. I'm going to acquire 2 cups of whatever passes for alcohol on the ship.
Ginger ale.
That's whatever you brought, because there's not any on the ship.
Okay, I have I have some rum in my priest pack. That is an addition I have made. I want to walk up to him in the least startling way possible, which I imagine is very easy. Clink, clank, clink, clank, clink, clank, clink, clank.
Yep.
Rail, was it?
Uh-huh.
I brought you this. And I'm gonna hold it out to him. Do you have a second to talk?
He looks at the... What kind of container is it? Is it in like a flask, or
It's in like a water skin.
what is it?
It's rum. Salted rum. Have you ever had it?
No.
Try it, it's good.
He tries it and just...
Yes, it does tend to have that the first time, but keep drinking it and it starts tasting better. How do your friends... Can you tell me about them?
Well, they're not my friends, first of all.
Oh, right, I'm sorry for the assumption. What are they?
Dead sailors, mostly. Anyone lost to the sea.
How do you get them?
I have, an arrangement.
That is awfully vague, friend. Trust me. Of all the people you need to keep secrets from on this ship, I'm not one of them.
Do you have a holy symbol displayed?
Probably. I'm gonna say it's probably emblazoned on my priest pack, which is on my belt.
I think he sees it and he kind of goes wide-eyed for a moment. Goes, you know, do you have a job?
Yes?
When folks don't make it at sea, it doesn't always get done. And folks don't always get to meet your pal. And when they don't, they go to the locker. And I have an arrangement with the guy who runs that where I can borrow some folks if I need them.
Does this sound familiar to me at all?
It really just depends on that's your character choice. If you want to know about Davy Jones and his locker, and if you want to think that that's real, that's up to you. You've certainly heard of it before. Okay. It's not an uncommon saying, but whether or not you believe in it is up to you.
Okay. Does my pal, as you call him, does he get along with yours?
I mean, what do you think?
I imagine not. In that case, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have so many.
Yeah.
That reflects poorly.
It's not a good I mean, I'm not like rooting for the other side or anything. I just, I think they like it. I think that they miss their work. And I think that this is better for them than the alternative. At least I hope so.
Is the alternative not where I can get them?
No. It's very, very different. And he kind of gives the 1,000-yard stare out to the ocean.
Well, Rael? My name's Peregrine. I'm not sure if we met before, or that I introduced myself. I'm sorry, I'm horrible at this. Can we start over again? And she's gonna hold out her hand. She's gonna say, "My name's Peregrine Turn, and it's nice to meet you. It seems as though I'm the first mate on this ship, and I cannot wait to crest the waves with you, my friend."
It's a pleasure. And he shakes your hand.
Keep drinking that rum. And I'm gonna turn and walk away. Clink, 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 clink.
You'll later find that that skin very much untouched, right where you left it.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. Anybody else?
So, anytime we have downtime, you see Delmore just kind of like slowly working on something, like building.
Yeah. A little clink clank tink tank.
Mm-hmm.
Once.
Other than that, I'm good.
Twice.
I guess what are my interactions if I'm learning with Barnabas? If we don't have to do that, we can just move on.
I mean, yeah. So he teaches you how to use the different navigating equipment. He teaches you how to use the astrolabe and the proper way to use the compass. And
there's like a moment where you're drawing on the map and he like wraps it up on the back. It's very beautiful.
It's one of the ghosts. Rail summons.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The ghost of Patrick Swayze, the great sailor, arrives, and it's a whole thing. You're very erect for most of it.
Well, listen, you didn't have to go there.
Hey, you fucking want to open the door.
No, it could have just been a sweet moment between master.
No, I'm just saying you got a big old lioness.
Chainsaw, speaking of Patrick Swayze, that beer we shared on 4th of July was called Patrick Swayze
Yes, it sure was, yep.
Carry on.
Full mast.
Boat jokes.
Boat jokes, dick jokes. So about a month passes, and sure enough, from the crow's nest, you would spot it first.
Mm-hmm.
Land ho.
Land! Land, hell, land! Thank gods.
Take her in. Get close.
Captain.
Aye, Captain. Every time Delmar uses boat words, Perry just looks very proud.
You did it. You did it, champ. You guys get close enough. You lay anchor. You obviously are going to come in on your dinghy. I'm going to bring your big old boat onto this island and capsize it immediately. That would be terrible. You guys lay anchor in the open ocean and are able to board a dinghy and make it ashore if you so desire.
Yes, absolutely. I'm rowing.
Yeesh.
You're rowing, and
I'm rowing. I'm rowing.
You may.
You go onto the island. You make land. It's been the first time you've been on land for about a month. So that's very exciting for you all, I'm sure. What you guys will note immediately is that this island is desert. It is a desert island. It is barren. It is hard to imagine life being sustained here.
No trees, no plants, anything?
Dying shrubs.
Are we absolutely sure this is the right island?
I'll look at them.
And I'll pull up the map, assuming this island is on
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Yep.
And this is the right place.
Jog my memory, it's been a month. Did we have any further instructions as to where we could find this firebird? Or just go to the island and track it down?
Go to the island.
I think that was it.
I think that was it too.
Barnabas.
Barnabas
Are
is,
you friends?
is all 100%
He's
on the ship.
I'm yelling.
I don't think he can hear you.
The crew
Okay.
remains with the ship.
Okay. Barnabas was a good man. I hope that he waits for us.
Is this where we die? This island?
So, most likely at the center of the island, or wherever this desert is the worst, right? Be next to the fire animals?
We don't have to catch it out of the air, do we?
I hope not.
He made it sound like he was already weak.
I would be remiss if I didn't have you all do a perception check, please.
We're like 10 feet away from the phoenix.
It's like right there.
That's right!
Natural 20, that would probably do it. You see before everyone, on the opposite side of where you've landed on this island, through kind of this trek through not great terrain, you see what looks to be potentially, based on the way like smoke's coming out of it and stuff, a volcano. Smoking
Well,
out.
that,
Hey, maybe it's over there. That point.
Or your death, I don't know.
That
Or
makes
Joe versus
sense.
the volcano.
We're gonna go sacrifice somebody to the volcano.
not yet, nose goes.
Ray. Say.
Immediate nose goes.
Been here too many times before. It's the old volcano
Where
trick.
there's a volcano, there is a fire. And where there's
There's a firebird?
there is a
There's a
firebird.
firebird.
As the old saying goes, where there's a volcano, there's a
Car
phoenix.
firebird.
I
Aha!
think you heard different things than me.
I was joking.
I was not.
Oh,
Yeah, you have to be careful. He lived on an island all his life and never went anywhere else. So,
I never
Didn't
learned
we all live
sarcasm.
on an island our whole life?
no,
Maybe not the
know.
whole life.
Technically, we are all on islands.
What?
That's pretty sad. I had grew friendships and kinships and never felt like
I
it.
too have those. What do you think? Because I'm on smaller island, I'm less of a person.
You just said we're all on islands, and I don't think that's necessarily true.
I was always gonna start walking to the
It's
volcano.
okay to be wrong sometimes.
I feel like you know that a lot, huh?
I'm gonna put a hand on both of their shoulders and just. This isn't a discussion we need to have right now on the shore of a desert island as we're tracking down a firebird, which we intend to bring on our ship, which is highly flammable. Can we just calm down for a moment?
Oslo's already walking.
Island,
Sure.
not island, both upbringings seem lovely.
Oh, okay.
Somebody, anybody, please for me make a survival check.
I think I'm really good though.
You should be.
I hope
It'd be weird
so.
if you weren't.
Yeah. Fine, we're all just silently judging how good it is.
Don't tell us if you're bad. Just say
23.
That'll do it. Yeah. Gosh, that's really good.
Did you say 27?
Did 23.
Oh, I was like doing the math in my head.
He has expertise.
Expertise in survival.
So, what the fuck with a 23? Not only would you very easily be able to navigate your way to the volcano, but you notice something beyond that. Signs of movement from other humanoid creatures.
How close? I get perception roll?
No, you don't know. Your survival roll
How close is it?
is sufficient. So if you wanted to know, I'll tell you. There's two of them. You did very well on your survival roll. There's two creatures that you can notice the movement of. If you wanted to, you could very easily track them to where they have gone.
And did everyone saw them? I guess
No,
this is
absolutely
just
you.
me.
If you want to point them out, that's up to you.
I want to whisper back to them. There are two figures walking just there.
What are they wearing?
I mean, you don't see people.
Just like outline, just like
You
the
see,
shapes
you see,
of
no, you see
humanoid
like
figures.
footprints, and where the foliage is, this is a survival check. So like you see, like you're doing tracking. Like you see.
So I'll
evidence.
squat down and show them like someone has been here recently. Like twigs are broken.
Yeah.
Footprints. I don't. Are they? Anybody trying to cover them up, or are they just like
No,
stomping through it?
absolutely not. No efforts to conceal it.
Whatever the case, we are not alone.
Two people, you said?
And he looks at it and goes, from the looks of it, yes, two sets of footprints.
Recently.
I would say, and he grabs the mud between his fingers, 2 hours or so.
That doesn't bode well.
But maybe it does. They might be indigenous to this island.
Possibly, but in that case, we're about to steal what I assume is a very important bird.
Or the worst thing they've ever had on their island.
We could be heroes. I
could
suppose
be
I've
heroes.
spoken too soon.
It's perspective, dear. And I say we catch up. I say we move quickly, see who they are, and worst case scenario, we'll have some more information. Currently, we know some total of diddly squat about this.
We can't move too fast. We don't have much water. And it is very hot.
Aren't we also down a couple days in supplies?
Yeah, we gotta get some new supplies. Doesn't seem like we're gonna have a whole lot last year.
Yeah.
Huh? Maybe these people have a boat. Maybe we take it.
I don't think we need a boat. I think we need food.
I look at Oslo. You think they needed to eat?
Maybe they know where to find food.
Probably have food on it, yeah? Just saying,
So,
that's the worst option, but it's doable.
do you guys want to follow the tracks?
Is that heading in the direction of the volcano?
Yes.
Well, hold on.
It is not.
I don't want to follow the tracks then. I want to go towards the volcano.
Up to you.
I would like to follow the track.
Listen, I'm captain and title only, honestly. All four of us chose to do this quest. If you want to follow the footprints, I'm in. If you prefer to go to the volcano where most likely this phoenix is. I'm also in.
Well,
I think volcano's better, but
we're also just assuming that the Phoenix is going to be at the volcano.
I think
well,
it's
yeah.
a fairly good assumption, though. I would opt for volcano.
I don't know.
You guys know that. So your timeline planned for a week on the island.
Oh.
So you're down 3 days. That means you've got about 4 days on the island to get what you need and get out. It's not like a rush job that you need to get. So it's up to you. You can take it, and you can do one or the other. You can do volcano first. Doesn't matter.
Well,
you
if we follow the people, maybe they'll lead us to a village, and maybe we can ask some questions about this phoenix.
Yeah.
I don't think that is a bad idea.
All right, you're the captain. No more.
All right, let's follow the people we shall. Ben, you seem to be the most knowledgeable at tracking. If you wouldn't mind leading the way.
He just nods.
Are you attempting to be stealthy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, question. So you said desert, but is it just like, does it go into like a forested or wood?
Yeah. So what
like a
I will
jungle?
tell you that you see is like a jungle that has been just sapped of moisture. Everything around you appears to be in a state of decay. So there is evidence. It is not like just straight sand as far as the eye can see.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Cool. Yes.
Yes.
This is my moment to shine.
Everyone roll a stealth check for this.
Your moment to shine.
Yeah.
26.
12.
8.
14.
Oh, I say that. Hold on. No.
Very well done. Okay. I'm sorry. What was that, John?
8. I have to roll this advantage on stealth because of my medium armor,
Oh,
and I'm remembering it.
you guys did meet until that happened. So yeah, you guys think you're stealthy.
Well, gave it away there a little bit. Okay.
Did
We still think we're stealthy. Yeah.
I am
Just
stealthy.
Scooby Doo.
I'm like,
It's just like ching, 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 ching.
I feel like also it's like hopping in people's footprints.
Okay. Outstanding Foley work.
Sorry, Ginge.
You guys travel for a while under Finnegan's lead until eventually you find yourself in a small clearing within this dead jungle in which you see a small hut. It's got various accoutrements. Looks like there's some barrels which presumably might contain water, and there's some supplies, and there's clothes hanging on a line outside of it, and this is where the path has led you.
Can I roll perception to see what size or type of individual might be wearing those clothes? Like, how would they fit someone?
Sure, yeah. I'll just tell you. It is a medium-sized creature.
Okay.
Do we want to just walk up and say hello?
I think you should. Honestly, you're probably the least offensive person here.
That's possibly the best compliment I've ever had, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It probably says more than it should about your past, friend. But like I said, you're very ordinary, where the rest of us we're weird.
Well, it's not always a bad thing. Okay. Just cackling in the background.
That's just kind of my character. Is just cackling in the background the whole time.
Yeah, you see why I don't want her going up and knocking on the door. Hey, don't knock. Oh, I'm just a kobold. Like, I mean, that's not good.
That's a soundbite.
A little bit rude and possibly racist. I'm not quite sure. And I'm going
And
to.
possibly accurate.
Right. I'm just saying that's what they would assume. But you walk up. Hey, have you ever met Paylor? It's gonna be fine.
Well,
If you need help, I'm also an island person, and I would get, coming from a small place where I haven't met weird people, as you say, Captain. So just give us a shout if you need us.
All right.
I mean, to be clear, I'm going to be watching. If things go sideways, I'm on my way.
Fair. Okay. I'm gonna just walk up to the door and knock, like a polite bean.
I thought that sentence was going to say, like a policeman.
Nope.
It went from polite to, open up your door.
Human
There's
being.
been a noise complaint from the neighbors 7 miles away.
You walk up and knock on the door, like a polite being,
Human being.
and it is like a polite human being. And there's like a moment, there's like some rustling, and then the door opens to reveal a very short, portly, very old gentleman with very bald on top, a little bit of hair on the sides, and little round spectacles looking up at you.
Is he human?
Yeah, appears to be.
Hello, sir. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior Iono? That was not in character.
Okay, sorry.
Hello, sir. I hate to bother you. My name's Peregrine, and we're new in town. Sorry to bother you. Oh, I already said that. We couldn't help but notice the volcano, which seems to be a point of interest for newcomers, possibly tourists, to the island. I'm talking too much. So, could I ask your name?
Who are you?
My name's Peregrine. These are my friends, and I'm gonna gesture behind me. We're sailors, and we're on a bit of an errand for a friend of ours.
And you hear a voice call from the back. Who is it? And, it's Perry.
Perry's fine.
It's Perry. Do you know a Perry? Well, I don't know no Perry.
It seems we may have caught you at a bad moment, Grandfather.
Are you my grandchild?
Sorry, I spoke out of turn. Force of habit.
That's impossible.
Well, I'm gonna just look panicked back at my friends. It's going poorly.
I head that direction. I see her spazzing the fuck out. And I approach and say, I'm so sorry. It seems my first mate is at a loss for words. The name
That's your mate?
Yeah, my first mate, Sir Captain Delmore, and I extend my hand.
Oh, you're
Shake.
first. I love that. That's first and only. That's my Eddie.
Anyways, my hand's still extended. Okay, I retract. Sir, again, my name is Captain Delmore. I didn't catch yours. What is your name, sir?
I'm Steven. No, come inside. It's not good out here. Come inside.
I kind of motion for Harry to go in, and I look at Ben, and I motion like my fingers to my eyes to his, and just kind of raise a hand, an open palm, to signal to stay. And then I go in.
You go in. You're led in by Master Steven. Master Steven takes you in where there's another older man. This one very, very thin, very frail looking, with kind of slightly pointed ears. You can tell by the age, and probably a half elf, because elves don't usually look like that. And there's two rocking chairs and a large long bench within this hut. And so Steven walks down and sits next to Eddie, as he was called earlier, and they clasped hands, and they rock in their chairs, and they wait and like gesture for the bench.
I'm just gonna sit down and can I offer you a drink? Rum? You a fan?
No, don't touch it. And he goes, what? What does she want? She said she's got rum. You're not having any. And he looks up all all bright-eyed, and no, you can't. No, you're not having any. I know what it does to you. We're not dealing with it. It's not going to happen. You just sit there.
Sorry. Again, my name is Captain Delmore, and Eddie Stephen, as I surmise here. What's with the volcano?
It's a big mountain.
Mhm.
It's got lava in it. I don't. What's with the trees? And
That's
the ocean?
it's fair point. I ask because typically, at least in my experience, there are legends involved with volcanoes, or stories, or folktales that inhabitants would make up.
Yeah, if you're like a big, dumb, superstitious idiot, you might do that.
Well, that seems a bit harsh. Surely.
I put my hand. I put my hand on Perry, just to kind of like calm. Sir, is there a nearby village or town?
Looking at it, Casa de Old Guys.
Are you the only inhabitants of this island?
Yeah, for quite some time.
So, how do you eat?
We gotta store stuff up. It's important. There's feast and famine, as it were. Right now it's kind of leaning towards famine, but...
So there's no one else on this island to aware of?
You're the first people. How long's it been, Eddie? How long's it been since we've seen other people? 40 years probably, I would say.
Does that seem like they're telling the truth?
You can do an insight check.
6.
Yeah, you don't have any reason to think they'd lie to you.
So, Eddie, Stephen, leveling with you. My friends and I, we've been sent here to look for a phoenix. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
I think if there were some sort of phoenix on this island, we would know about it.
You haven't heard any stories?
Missy, I have lived here for a very, very long time, and there is no phoenix.
Is this like a one-room house situation?
Yeah, it's like a hut.
Okay. Do I see anything like personal around? Do I see any?
Yeah,
type
you
of...
see a big pile of phoenix feathers in the corner. No.
I was
made of phoenix
going
down.
the line of thinking that there are other villages, or some other type of civilization. It seems, even to Delmore, unlikely that two older gentlemen live on this island and are able to fend for themselves and feed themselves.
That's super fair.
So I was trying to look around to see for
more specifically.
I would think like something to signify that they brought supplies back from somewhere, like a bag or like a canvas sack.
You can make a perception check.
Okay. That's better. That's gonna be 16.
You note what very well may be on the floor a sort of cellar entrance.
I kind of motion to Perry, and as slyly as possible, kind of give her a nod to the cellar.
They're old. I'll give it to you.
Harry's gonna nod that she saw that, and then sort of...
No, Perry, you're gonna have to make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Delmore is sneaky by nature. You are an honest being.
It's 15?
Yeah.
Okay. And then just sort of glance outside, and then back at the cellar door.
And I nod. Perry, be a dear and go fetch our friend.
Well, who's got friends now? We do not have.
We do.
We have friends. I'm sure you'll love to meet them.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very wonderful
Right.
people. Steven, Eddie, tell me, and Delmore like sits on the bench and kind of leans forward, puts like knees on his hands and his elbows on his knees and his elbows on his knees and his hands in his face in his hands, and says, "How'd you meet?"
Oh well, we both were sailors. Gosh, it seems like a lifetime ago. And we worked together, and then our ship, had some issues. We washed up on this here island, and we've been together ever since.
Oh, tell me more about that. And I want to use this opportunity to like suck them into this conversation while Perry goes and does it.
Oh, okay. I had a different plan.
Or, I mean, you can do whatever you want, but
yeah, I was gonna
just get them talking about their shit.
As soon as Delmore's like, go get her friends, Perry's gonna do that. She's gonna walk back outside. She's gonna say, she's gonna go up to Finn and Oslo be like, so, quick rundown. There's 2 old men here who have lived here for a while. 40 years, it sounds like, since they've seen people, so congrats, they've got us. Can you make some kind of distraction out here?
Hold on. Hey, what? They're just 2 old guys?
Yes, yes, they seem very happy. We don't need to dwell on that. I think there's a door that Delmore seems interested in. If you could create some kind of distraction so we could maybe check it out.
I have a better idea. You're not the sneaky one.
True.
If you guys make a distraction, I'm pretty quick. I can get in places.
Alright. Finn, do you have anything loud and flashy?
And I'll point to Oslo.
That's the opposite.
That seems to be pretty loud and flashy.
The opposite of loud and flashy. We need to get them out here, and her in there, and her under there. But them out here first.
Underwear.
Underwear.
You got me.
Knickers. Knickers and pantaloons.
Pantaloons.
I don't seem to have anything on me.
Just punch me really hard. No, we're going to fight, and they're going to come out, and when that happens, also, I need you to sneak in there, and you and Delmore do whatever it is with that down there. Just punch me.
Okay.
It won't hurt, I promise.
Fight!
But I bet you if you just asked them what's down there, they would probably tell you.
But this is more fun.
Also, they didn't take my rum, so I'm not sure we can trust them.
But you said they were really old.
Yes?
Where I come from, old people avoid alcohol because
They're old?
sometimes when they drink in their sleep, they pass away because it slows their heart rate. So maybe they are afraid of
That's
dying.
very interesting. Where I come from, the old drink an excessive amount of alcohol to forget the things of their youth. But we don't need to talk about that.
To be fair, Peregrine, where you come from, old is like 34.
Yeah. Well, elves exist.
In your line of business.
That's fair. But all that aside, we need to fight. Yes, and
I don't want to fight you. I would fight Azo and I would fight...
I'm gonna suck.
I want to fight you.
Yeah, roll an unarmed attack, please. Roll it.
Oh, it's a natural 17
Oh.
plus
You
something.
hit.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. Or no, you don't roll. It's just 1 plus your strength modifier.
So 4 points of. I mean, I wasn't trying to actually hurt him. Is that
No, you did it.
okay? Okay, sorry, bud.
Live with your choices.
I'm sorry, bud.
You two.
How do you hit him? Where do you
Belly.
hit him?
And that is what you get for
like
insulting my
double
mother.
Why did you do
Just play
that?
along.
I'm not having to play the
Wait!
Idiot!
Wait!
Just fall down and pretend to be hit.
This is the worst.
Can I hear
Delmore!
this? I mean, I feel like I
Yeah,
hear this
I mean,
shouting.
you do, and then and you've got just Eddie and Steven like holding hands and rocking, like, and then our first
Well,
winter was pretty.
I'm sorry, do you hear that?
Oh no, these
No.
hurting me so badly. Oh, he's beating me up.
Do you guys know first aid? It sounds like they're fighting. And I
Fight!
to my feet. That's not funny. I get up to my feet and like head towards. Come on, I might need your help.
No, we're good. You're the captain, right?
Yeah.
Handle your business.
Finn, please say something so it doesn't just sound like a one-sided, really bad fight.
Ouch!
Yeah, no, I go outside and walk over and
I'm sorry.
that's not great.
Is it working?
No, it's not working.
Oh.
Listen, love you for trying, Perry, but enticing two old men to go break up a fight,
No, don't break it up. Perhaps spectate. I don't know. I was thinking on the fly.
well, yeah, you could have just brought the friends back inside, which was kind of more my... I mean, you could have turned into a giant animal, right? Like, that's your thing.
No, that's not to level.
First of all, it's level 2. I'm pretty sure.
Learn your class, noob.
No, come on. We can't beat Devin up for not knowing the rules of the game this early.
We do.
Listen, there's a cellar.
I walk in. I just go into the house.
Huge.
Oh, hello! You're a big. You usually have to like stoop in here because you're very tall.
Excuse me, my name is Finnegan Morish. It is a pleasure to meet you, and I extend my
It's a
hand.
pleasure to meet you too. And then it says Steven, and Eddie goes, "Who are you?"
I am Finnegan Morish.
He sounds weird. I don't like it.
I apologize for my accent.
I got nothing. What? What are you?
My friends are what do you have in your cellar? My friends are interested in what is in your cellar. We are very hungry. We are out of supplies and wondering if you have something to help us as we travel to the volcano.
Oh, yeah. You want to go to the Why do you want to go to the volcano for?
We are on a mission for one of our friends to find a phoenix.
You're just gonna find a bunch of fucking lava. It's gonna hurt probably.
I don't know. We told our friend we would do this thing, and so we are doing what we said.
I lived here a long time. There ain't no phoenix. I just don't want it.
We have to look, and if we report back no phoenix, I think that it's just that's the way it is.
Well, I mean, so in the cellar there's a bunch of supplies, but I mean, we're kind of on our own here. We don't really have a lot to spare.
Maybe just 1 day's worth. We're not even the full. We are going to be here.
Okay. Hold on a second. And Steven and Eddie just like is looking at you while he rocks. And Steven goes down to the cellar and he comes out with a few like they're not jars. They're like almost like these reed constructed containers with some stuff in it.
What is this?
It's fruit mostly.
Fruit? Which fruit?
I mean, it's all kinds. I think this one's
Okay.
papaya. This one is mango, I think.
Oh, no papaya. Very good.
This one is jungle peaches. This one is.
What happened to the jungle around here?
It's been a while since we had some rain.
Do you get out much? Do you get to get around the island much?
I mean, yeah, we get around a little bit.
What do you hunt? Where do you get your food?
Like I said to your friend there, it's kind of feast and famine. We have different seasons here, and right now it's kind of scarce, but that's why we stockpile in the cellar.
So it's been a while since you've been able to get out, huh?
Yeah.
There's someone else on this island then. Besides us.
Well, what do you mean?
On the way in, we found footprints which led us to your home.
Oh, I mean, that's probably us.
Some fucking
But you
tracker.
just said it's been a while since
Since
you've gotten out.
Not like far. I mean, we still gotta exercise. I mean, that's how you stay young. Can't stay cooped up.
It just seems very strange that you would settle your life here on this island. Of all the places you could go.
Yeah, you're right. Let me get back on my big fancy ship, and I'll just set sail.
There's never been another person who come by and help you?
No. But I haven't seen
Would you
anybody.
like-
How long's it been? 40 years? 40 years?
You seem happy? Do you want us to help you get off the island?
I mean, 40 years ago, maybe. But this is our home now.
I understand. Thank you very much for the fruit.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we will be on our way.
Good luck. Don't fall in the volcano.
Okay. And I'll walk out with this jar of fruit and hand it to the captain.
Oh, I do not take that.
Here you go, captain.
Absolutely not.
Then I'll just set it on the ground. There's what is in your cellar.
As soon as Perry sees Finn again, she's gonna just walk up and like grab his arms and be like, I'm sorry it didn't work, and I'm sorry I hit you. It wasn't nice.
It is
So,
okay. I knew what you were trying
you
to
were
do.
in the cellar, you saw there was just food?
No, they went down into the cellar.
You see my... Then,
I'm
What
confused by your
if
tactics.
they were lying to you? Doesn't it seem weird to you that there's a whole island, there's two people that have lived here for 40 years, and as far as I can tell, there's no vegetation whatsoever that's really worth picking at and living on?
You're on their island. What is weird about whatever they are doing?
Ben, I just don't think you understand how food and people work, because there's two of them. They're old, they're frail. There has to be more here. There has to be. Something about this doesn't add up.
You are right. It absolutely does not, but it is not our business.
Can I?
You are a giant headache.
Be a man of action or do nothing.
Well, you did nothing. You went in there and said, hey, lie to me. You gave them that opportunity, which I didn't want.
They did not lie. I asked for food and they gave me food.
I didn't want food.
I did not ask if there was a phoenix in their cellar.
Well,
Perhaps we should ask that question. I go back in.
Oh my god.
Can I?
Oh, hello again.
Can I?
My captain wants to know if there is a phoenix in your cellar.
I told both of you, no phoenix on this island. That I would
I'll
probably.
lay out the door. Captain, they say there's no phoenix in their cellar.
I ignore him.
Oslo takes the food.
Take the food. Can I use Divine Sense real quick?
Yeah, remind me what it was.
Ooh, there you go,
I can
girl.
sense anything affected by the hollow spell or the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Yeah, do the thing.
Okay. So I'm just gonna... I'm not sure Perry knows that she can do this, but she's anxious. She's listening to her new friends of a month argue, and she's just gonna... and see what she feels. Alright, then she just breathes back in. Oslo?
Yeah,
Are we doing the right thing?
that's not a question I ever worry about.
I mean, I meant as far as pursuing the footprints
concerning.
versus the volcano, not moral-wise.
Oh. Okay, that's fair.
But good to know.
Good to see where things line up here.
Look, I don't know how to track things. For all I know, those could have been bird footprints. I don't know. But at least we have another option if this didn't work out.
We need to go to the volcano. These old... listen, I think these old men are hiding something. I'm also not going to just go and barge in their cellar. That's not going to work for me morally. When Spin gets back and he gets off his high horse, we can go to the volcano.
I'm still looking right at you, Captain. The whole time I hear you saying these things.
Why would I be 30 feet away from the house and have these conversations about these old men? Within earshot. That makes no sense to me. And why would you
Because
shout
they can
out the
barely
house?
hear you in the house. Is why.
Okay, let me rephrase this. I assume we're 60 feet away from you.
You're 60 feet away.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna come out and say, well, what do we do now? This is a dead end. To the volcano? Captain?
To the volcano.
To the volcano!
Forward.
And as you
I
guys
motion for Finn.
head off to the volcano, Peregrine, you feel a tickle or an itch at your neck. Was it your necklace? Was it your imagination? It's hard to tell. And that's where we'll end this episode.
Woo! Woo! I punched my friend.
You punched your friend. Devin's at half hit
I'm
point.
sorry.
Oh my god.
Good solid 4 hit point punch out of the D8.
This punch brought to you by Tiger Sanctuary. It's our roll for humanity of the month of September. And so we're going to be rolling for this. And Tiger Sanctuary is just basically a place where people who are in charge of that charity try to find these endangered species, keep them safe, take care of them if they find them, without their mommies or their poppies. And so we're going to be donating to that. So the roll is going to be a $7. It's going to the Tiger Sanctuary.
Lucky 7.
Yeah.
Speaking of money and how it can be spent, let me tell you about our Patreon. If you too want to become a patron of the Lawful Stupid podcast and grant us all warlock powers beyond recognition, each of us will in fact Eldritch Blast the other through our microphones. For just $1 a month, you can gain access to exclusive donor content, which includes a Happy Fun Time murder mystery that I recently ran for a good group of buddies of mine in the style of Clue, and it's set in the land of silence in the long, long ago, so if you're just itching for a little taste of Goron again, donate just $1 a month and you too can listen to that.
If that's not enough, if that's not the only way you want to support us, you can definitely go check out store.lawfulstupid.org. That'll take you to our Etsy page where you can buy shirts. That new sexy logo is going to be there. So you can buy that. We're going to have prints, we're going to have shirts. You can buy some of the old logos. You can buy some of the art already there up for sale. Anything you buy there, goes into Avon's coffers because can't pay her enough, and B, gives us a little bit of stuff. So if you want to support the show, merch is always a good way to do it. The other thing is, if you don't have an Audible account somehow, now's the time to sign up. Audible.com/lawfulstupid, or you can go to lawfulstupid.org, support us. And you'll be able to see
audibletrial.com/lawfulstupid.
I had a good setup. Fuck it. That URL doesn't exist. What he said. So you can support us through Audible if you don't have enough dice in your life, because, well, who does, you can go to Critical Dice and sign up for the Endless Bag and use the coupon code LawfulStupid. Get you a free set of dice. Essentially, the first month is free to you. Every other month after that is like $9. They send you really cool dice. Last month was Shadowfell, which is just like cool see-through black dice. Really,
I used
really
those
cool.
tonight.
Yeah, they're really good dice.
Four dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Cheater
Buy
dice.
those dice now.
it's really nasty. Well, you can't. They're different every month.
But they're probably all.
So there's a couple. Yeah, and of course we have Cantrip Candles who constantly sponsors the show, and we tell you if your adventure is not enhanced by Cantrip Candles, it should be. And you can go to cantripcandles.com, URL check pending, and type in the coupon code LawfulStupid and get a small percentage off.
10%.
And you can get taxes off of your handle, and let me tell you, they smell real good. I'm super into Librarium Scriptorium. It's my favorite. It smells like books.
Get a sample pack if you're not sure, and then you can buy a big one. And sometimes they have dice in the
Get all your
bottom.
smells.
No,
The big one's always.
Every time you buy one of the big
Well, look at
candles, you
that.
get a nice, beautiful
You'll
die out
never be
of it.
disappointed.
Buy all the smells.
You can also get the Brine Water Tides, which is a pirate themed candle, which is the official candle of this campaign.
I'm looking around at my desk and not seeing that. How is it episode 2 that you're just now telling me this is a requirement for reporting?
It's also episode 3.
You didn't get the memo. I have a red receipt from you on the email where I sent you the memo.
Oh no, I opened that up and I saw read this for campaign 2 and just closed it immediately.
Makes it also says don't infight about old men in a hut in the jungle. So that makes a lot of sense.
Should have read that.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
So if you ever wanted to actually just hang out with these guys and talk to other fans of Lawful Stupid, then you need to join the Discord. And you'll get 24/7 of all this banter. No, not really. But
24/7 is
It's
not
pretty-
guaranteed.
no,
it's 24.
well, the Discord is always active. There's a lot of great people on there.
We are legion.
We are the Lawful Stupid Dominion, actually. And there's a lot of great people on there. There's places to post your fan art, to post your personal art. We'll all talk about how great you are and help motivate each other and just talk about our days. You know, everyone is there to have a good time and, you know, be supportive of each other. So come join us and hang out. And where can we find that link?
Discord.lawfulstupid.org.
There you go. I've been on it so long that I don't even know anymore.
Made it. Crafted it. He cobbled it out of URLs and HTTPs.
And 8 bits and binary bytes.
Gigachips.
Yeah, lots of ship bits.
Bickety bops.
4,000 ship bits come together.
Some light bites.
Speaking of ship bits, welcome to our segment after the show, Ship Bits, where we all talk about which characters we're shipping.
Oh, God.
I obviously, my number one ship obviously is Steven and Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's basically,
OTP.
but with 2 shipwreck sailors.
Oh, I love them.
Second is Finnegan and Oslo.
Oh, God.
That is my second.
Calling us the Foz loan out of the Foz.
And my
Is that our ship name?
is actually Delmore and Rail. So
Barnab. Oh gosh, I'm kind of seeing other people right now.
So a lot of
Dead people, yeah.
Right
Dead
later.
Constantly. My schedule's really busy, actually. Sort of like looking around, not really ready to
I
sit
gotta
down.
hold this ship railing. I'm gonna have my hands on the ship for a little while.
All hands on deck?
you would
nowhere
just
to
hire
run.
a fucking crew. I could do other stuff, but instead I have to scourge the bowels of hell for.
I'll
these,
bring dinner to you. It's
That's
fine.
cool. Yeah. So thank you all for joining us on this adventure, and I think the only thing left to say is we love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.